Welcome in, welcome in. Welcome back to the Crypto Bully Bear channel. And today we're going to speak about Spider-Man and the spider and the Joro spider and why I really feel confident that it has to be sometime this year. It does. It really does. So we had the movie that came out, Spider-Man No Way Home, right? Now there's a part where Spider-Man doesn't want nobody to remember him. And Doctor Strange asks him if he actually spoken to the person. So Spider-Man goes to a highway to go speak to a lady that's getting the kids into MIT. So this is where it really caught my ears because I was like, oh wow, MIT. We know MIT is all connected with crypto, Gary Gensler, all those people. And Spider-Man was asking the lady about getting them into MIT. Then a fight broke out. And if you notice, they were on a highway. And there was a sign in the background that said George Washington Bridge. Now, you got somebody speaking about MIT on a highway, which is Spider-Man. As you know, back Grateful Dead, the music video, Ripple, had that spider that came down and caused a ripple in the water. So with all those things said, George Washington can be the dollar bill. We're talking about the bridge currency. We talked about highways. We've spoken about MIT. That all correlates to cryptocurrency. I'm not saying that this movie had to do with cryptocurrency. It came out for that reason. But I do see a lot of similarities that can connect to cryptocurrency. Another scene that really caught my mind was when Spider-Man was running away from Doctor Strange and Doctor Strange was trying to grab that square thing. I think it's called a Tesla. Whatever it's called. They were fighting back and forth and were opening up portals. One of the portals opened up a train that was in the sky. And the train was just going. And they happened to be on the train and kind of scrambling for that square little box. And I'm like, why would they be fighting on a train? They could have fought anywhere else. But on a train, they put that train there for a reason. So that being said, with MIT and Spider-Man fighting on the highway with the George Washington Bridge sign, and we're talking about George Washington with the dollar bill, bridge currencies. And another thing also that brought my mind up was the beginning, not in the beginning, but there's a part where they open up a portal in Doctor Strange's house. And I guess there's a portal that's opened up from Siberia. And a storm blows in. And in this house, like, everything is frozen over. The staircases, the banister. No, to me, I'm just noticing. I don't know if it was or not. But if it was wood, because those things would be wood, would be funny. Because wood you can relate to paper money. And then everything was frozen in there, so we've been having a lot of stories about accounts getting frozen. So this is all the reasons why I really believe that it's going to happen this year. I hope it does. Not financial advice, but these are my own thoughts from what I'm seeing and what I'm gathering. I'm thinking that it's going to happen this year. They also came out with this Joro spider story stating that it's going to invade the East Coast. Another reason why I also think is that I looked up when Ripple was released, and it was released in 2012. The story about these Joro spiders coming to invade the East Coast came out in 2013, which was the following year. So it's like Ripple came out, and then the following year they've been saying how they're going to invade pretty much the East Coast. So with all these things I'm looking at, I'm like, damn, this has to be something pretty big. Now, we all know about that riddle with those three mountains, right? You got the gold, the purple, and I believe it's the green mountain. And they say, so it begins. I did a video beforehand where This Was Us had a little scene where, I forgot what the white guy's name is. Nick? It might be Nick or something like that. He was making houses, and there was a drawing on a piece of paper that he picked up. And it said the big three. Now, I just noticed that in the movie, those three characters in there are also called the Big Three. And funny enough, the guy Nick, he has twins, and he's part of twins in the show. So that's how that kind of all correlates with the towers and all that as well. But to go back to Spider-Man, I was like, oh, the Big Three. Now in the movie, if you didn't watch it, there's going to be a spoiler, so I would pause it. If not, I'm going to say what happens in the Spider-Man Goes to No Way Home. In the movie, 3 Spider-Mans appear. Now, I can or cannot, but you can say that can maybe be the Big Three representing. And they also had fights on the Statue of Liberty. Like they were fighting for freedom. Like how pretty much today people say that they're fighting for freedom, they're losing freedom, blase, blase. So I just found that very interesting that Spider-Man No Way Home really has some strong connections with today's events and what's going on and the crypto world. I may be wrong, who knows, but I just thought it was fun to bring that to everyone's attention and to see what's going on. Like I said, the Juro Spider also is all over the news, and it's been on the news lately, I think 3-4 times already. So another thing in the movie as well is he fights the Green Goblin, and I don't know if it's after he sees Jamie Foxx, the guy with the electricity and stuff like that. Remember, he rips the power out, and they shut off the power right there. Now, it doesn't show that the whole power in the city shuts off, but there they show that he unplugs the power. Then, if I'm not mistaken, the scene right after that, you got the Goblin speaking with Spider-Man's relative, his aunt maybe or somebody, and he's in a soup kitchen. Now, a lot of people go back and say, if you're not owning digital assets or property or any type of ownership, and you're just holding on to paper money, that your days might be over as fast as the value of the dollar bill. Now, we're changing over to a new system. So it's going to be a digital system, and you should really research yourself and understand that having digital items on hand is probably going to be the next new trend. So look into that. Educate your friends and your family. Don't let them get left behind. And like Rosie Rios, she said that the train already left the station. When you go back to the Spider-Man movie, the train is leaving. So, and then Mr. Poole also tweeted on Twitter about like a super train leaving super fast. So, I don't know. I think it's going to be this year. I really think that we still got a little bit of time now. And I thought something bad was going to happen sometime around March time. We still got a couple of days. But I really think we're going to see something explosive. Not really sure if it's going to be up or down, but I really think we're going to see some type of explosive news for the crypto field in April or May time. So I did a few other I did a few other videos stating how I thought April might be a thing, because in The Simpsons, the lady's name tag is April. I've seen a few other things. They were talking about April and money falling from the sky and stuff like that. And May time, so we could go back. If I'm not mistaken, I think in Spider-Man is Aunt May, right? So, and then I did a video on some old Western. This is the black guys. I can't remember the movie. I did a video on it. I can't remember the movie title right now. But in there, when they go and they actually go rob the bank, when they enter the town, it's called Mayville. So it's another thing to think. I mean, I don't know. They're robbing banks, and they've been talking about freezing accounts. So I don't know if they're talking about the government's taking regular people's money from the bank accounts, or if it's going to be people that are holding cryptocurrency taking money from the banks. Either way, we just need to do our own research, understand what we have, and understand that the digital world is upon us. Thank you for liking, subscribing, sharing, and commenting. Love you guys, and I'm out of here.